Hi, I'm Tamara Lackey, and on this episode of reDefine show for Adorama TV, I speak with Grand Award winner, newborn photographer Kelly Brown about how she stands out in a pretty crowded genre, how she gets the inspiration for her work, why she's built such a structured flow to what she does when she's shooting, and what's next for her. Check it out.
Adorama TV presents the reDefine show with Tamara Lackey.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Yes, you came all the way here for this talk from Australia.
Yeah, I did.
Just for our
Just for
little
this.
web series interview. Thank you. You have your practice in Australia, but you are internationally known for your work with newborn photography.
Yeah, it's actually amazing. I get stopped everywhere I go saying, "Oh, I love your work," and I have no idea.
You're like,
how they see
what?
it.
How did you know this? And how long have you been shooting?
This will be my 13th year.
Okay. Like, how did you say, yes, this is what I'm going to do? Like, not only get started in photography, but moving very specifically into the genre of newborn photography.
I had a friend who had a baby, and I'd been doing photography, and they said, you know, would I take some photos? And I really didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea. I'd been looking at photos on Flickr or on the internet and books and things like that. So I went along and I took some photos that I thought were great at the time.
And then you look back. Yeah, I know that.
And it was so challenging, but like, because babies are so unpredictable, that during the process I just really enjoyed it. And then I started to do more and more of my friends were having babies, and yeah, it's just kind of a bit of a snowball effect.
Yeah, and is that mostly what you do or all that you do?
It's pretty much all I do now in terms of my business with my clients. So
Right.
I offer newborn photography, yeah.
So I have to ask you this. When you are somebody who is setting kind of a look that a lot of people are doing now, like a style, and you're really showing exactly how to do it and such, how do you do that and stand out?
You know, it's tough because it's, you know, there's so many photographers now, and everybody is, you know, inspired by other photographers, and they, you know, are buying all of their props and materials that they're using from the same places.
Right.
So, and a lot of places sell the same things.
There's no barrier to entry. Anybody can
Yeah.
come in and get these things.
That's right. I suppose when it comes to the styling of my sessions, to sort of give them that look and feel that I love, it's finding things from unique places. You know, and I'll look outside of prop shops and things like that. I'll go to fabric stores. I will, you know, have certain things made specifically for me, or I'll be in antique shops and homeware stores and find little things that I can sort of introduce into my shoots, and they're one-offs, which is great. So
Smart.
that means that, you know, my images will start to sort of have their own unique sort of look and feel.
I remember last year print competition. I didn't know at the time it was your print, but your print came up, and it was the gigormous flower. What was that exactly?
Oh God, that was kind of crazy, because I was looking through a fashion magazine, and there was this woman wearing a yellow shirt, and it was, I think, for a spring collection, and there was this giant white flower behind her in the image, and at the time I thought that'd be kind of cool, so I just took a picture of it with my phone.
Yeah.
And then it was a couple of months later, I was going through the photos of my phone, I saw it again, I thought, I'm going to make that. I'm going to challenge myself to make a giant flower. So we recorded the process and of making the flower, and it's part of one of my Creative Live classes.
Oh, lovely. So what did you do?
Yeah, so I just got sheets of foam core, and it's I'm not actually sure of the name of it, but it's like the underlie that you put under your carpet when you lay carpet.
Oh,
It's
yeah, like a rug
Yeah, it's like a foam, a
rug
white
mat?
sort of, the name of it.
rug protector. Yeah.
And I just used that to create the flower. I created a pattern from the photograph and enlarged it, and yeah, it was good.
It was an exquisite photo too.
Thank you.
Like, so well done.
Well, it was different, and it's funny because, you know, as we talk about trends and things like that, you know, it starts to sort of make other people think, oh, I would love to
I'm going to have the giant flower photo.
I would love to
yes.
do that. So,
yes.
yeah, it's
And you
good.
see that a lot. You
Yeah.
do see that duplicated and triplicated, et cetera. Yeah. And then what about photographing multiples? You definitely have work with twins and triplets, and, you know, how are you finding that different than working with just a newborn?
Trying to get them to look comfortable together is always a challenge, and that's and for me as a photographer, you know, when I'm thinking about what it is that my clients want, the specific things they want: timeless images. They want their baby to be the center of the main sort of subject of the image, and they want timeless images that look comfortable of their baby.
Yeah.
And you see so many photos where babies look uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So the challenge with working with multiples is how do you get them together to look comfortable. So,
All at the same time.
yeah. And I have twins of my own, so it's always been a bit of fun photographing them when they were a baby, and now I get to meet other multiple mums and come up with unique images for them. It's kind of cool.
Is it just a matter of either infinite patience, which may be mixed in, with like certain, hey, if I put them this way, they seem to calm down? Is it a combination of that?
Yeah, definitely. Patience is key. Like, I mean, you'll have one baby sound asleep and the other's wide awake or what have you. So during a shoot, like I'll work with them however they are. Like I don't sort of go in with a plan, like I'm going to do this, this and this.
Right.
I sort of just wait for both of them to be asleep, and then I'll photograph them together, and I'll look at the way that they sort of naturally lie, how they move, and then, sort of work with them and what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, kind of just whatever approaches you deal with.
And a lot of the times, certain things that I do are influenced by my clients, because I always want to create images that they love. So I'm not going to sort of go into a shoot and say, right, I would like to do this for you today, because they might not like that.
Right.
So I get as much input from them as possible about what they love, and always ask them if they've seen something that they like, and then we'll create something specifically for them.
What is the average length of time for one of your shoots?
I tell my clients 2 to 4 hours, but I'm sort of around the 2.5 hours at the moment. It allows them to sort of come in, relax.
They've got the expectation.
Yeah. I just sort of give them room to move, like room to breathe, because, when you have a new baby, you've got, like, everything changes.
Yes.
And you're coming to a new place, new environment for a shoot, and you're anxious, you're nervous, you're about to hand your brand new baby over to someone that you've just met. So I allow that little bit of extra time just to sort of make sure that they're nice and relaxed and calm.
Yeah, that's smart. What's the longest you've ever done? What's the longest it's ever taken?
4.5 hours, and that was with triplets.
Yeah, it would be.
3 babies.
That's funny. From a business perspective, obviously being able to be so successful, what would you feel like are the things that have helped you really separate yourself in terms of having a smarter business?
For me, I have to work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
So you know what it's like. We get busy, and if you're not pricing yourself right, if you're not marketing yourself right, then it just becomes chaotic.
Right.
So it's putting the right sort of structures and systems in place to make sure everything sort of runs smoothly. But I think. Are
you doing that yourself? You have a team?
Yeah, it's pretty much just me. My husband does all the money, sort of dollar side of things. He looks after all my bookkeeping. He looks
that's nice. That's the convenient.
Yes. I was doing it, and I just didn't enjoy it, and I didn't fully understand, everything that I could do from a business perspective.
Right.
And understanding, the tax sort of system and things like that. So he just understands it, and it was smart just to say, right, you look after that, and I'll do all the other side of things. So yeah.
And do you work with assistants on your shoots?
No, I don't.
No.
I have parents actually help me.
Okay, you just kind of, since you're here anyway for a few hours.
Yeah, and they love being a part of the process.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse than a parent sort of sitting back and feeling a little helpless or kind of just wondering what's going on and not being a part of it. And I suppose it's the key to how successful I've become, is because my clients have such incredible, experiences that they tell everyone about it. So when it comes to, setting yourself apart, you want your clients to be able to tell everyone about their experience and how unique it was and how good it made them feel.
Yeah. And for newborn portraits, what kind of variety would you say you deliver after the shoot? Would you say that there's maybe one pose multiple times, 3 or 4 poses? Like, do you feel, is that something that you go into with a mindset of, I'm going to deliver it this way, or is it just, we'll see what happens?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely have a session workflow. So I know I can do, say, for example, 4 poses on a posing bag, and I'm going to 11 shots.
Okay.
I offer my clients 20 images after the shoot. So then I know that I'm going to go into using a couple of props, things like that. Then I'm going to do parent shots. So at the end of the shoot,
so you're following a flow.
Yeah, I have a structure, and then I have a backup plan, because if the baby's awake,
everything's gone wrong. Plan B.
If he's awake, because not sleeping, I'll sort of shift things around and maybe do a bit back to back.
Yeah.
But I'm planning on doing probably about 6-7 setups with the baby to get my 20 images.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the most challenging part of newborn photography?
Oh, it's just, I think it's having the patience, and the challenge is trying not to put too many expectations on yourself, because I think today photographers go in, they see the beautiful photos, they go in, they want to create them, and then they feel like they can't do it. It's just learning to go easy on yourself, I think.
Yeah.
We often put too many expectations on ourselves, so we just slow down.
Amen.
and work with the baby.
Yeah.
And deliver what our client wants. Not worrying about what other photographers are doing, or whether another photographer will like the images that we create, because our businesses aren't based around other photographers, unless
No.
of course you have a product for photographers.
Right. In which case it's kind of
Yeah.
built around
But when you're working for your clients,
Yeah.
it's whether or not they love the images, and that's what's important. So yeah, try not to
Absolutely.
put too many expectations. At the beginning of every shoot, I take the baby and I sit for probably 2 minutes, and I just touch it, and I see how it responds to my touch, and then I know how it reacts, how I need to be able to work with it for the rest of the session. So yeah.
That's awesome. So you do, it's funny, I do something similar with children. It's obviously very, very different, but I just kind of more like feel the energy.
Yeah.
Which it sounds like what you're doing as well.
Yeah, get a
But
gauge
more
to
like
how
it's
they
that
react to you.
interaction and such.
Yeah.
So you obviously are doing a fair amount of teaching as well. Tell us about the Baby Summit. What is this?
So I came up with this idea about, 2 years ago now, to create like a retreat for photographers. And there are a lot of photographers out there that don't know where to go for the right information, and they're learning from the wrong places. So we decided to put together a 3-day event, and became bigger than what we ever expected. We had 300 attendees in Australia last year. And we
Oh,
had
wonderful.
20 speakers, and some of my amazing friends came out and spoke, and it was incredible. So after that, we were like, well, we need to do this again.
Yeah.
And then with that, we had a lot of response from the US, so now we're
Let's
bringing
go
it-
to another continent.
I know, right? So we're going to be in Atlanta, October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And we have 33 speakers.
Wow, it's a
yeah.
full-on
It's
thing.
insane. It's insane.
So Baby Summit is not actually a summit for babies.
Nope.
I had a
We've got-
totally different visual.
Yeah, well, we have, it's for basically newborn, maternity, birth, and older baby photographers.
So birth
yeah.
photography too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Which has become quite popular.
Really has. Yeah.
But what we wanted to focus on, because, a lot of new photographers enter the baby genres,
Yeah.
family and sort of baby genres, they're not getting the right information in terms of setting up their business. So the summit focuses on, the posing side of things and all of that, but we also have bookkeepers, we have accountants come in and speak, we have lawyers come in, we have like specialized people from all different types of businesses come in and present to help people set themselves
Very
up.
well-rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We even have a time management specialist coming to present, so,
Boom.
yep, mums.
Drop the Baby Summit mic. Is that what's the website for that?
So just thebabysummit.com.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. And then if people want to find out more about you, they go to,
I have a Facebook page and a website. It's just Little Pieces Photography.
okay.
So, yeah.
So website, Little Pieces Photography, Facebook's Little Pieces Photography. And how about Twitter?
Yes, it's K.A. Brown.
Yeah, I knew it was different.
Yeah, K.A. Brown 77 or something like that.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for your time.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much, Kelly. Join me here next time on Adorama TV. And don't forget to subscribe to Adorama TV for the sea of educational content.